OMS class. Today we will be learning reviewing how to find the Pythagorean theorem, and you're going to look for the hypotenuse, not one of the legs. So, as you can tell, I misspelled hypotenuse the first time, so I'm not really sure why I chose this, but we'll figure it out. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down your formula on each and every question so you make sure that you do not get it wrong. And the formula for the hypotenuse is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So all that means c squared is you're going to put the square root symbol on your calculator, you're going to square root it, and that will give you your answer. So, and I believe that is second power to the x, I think. I'm not for sure. I have this little calculator here. It's not as nice as the TIs that we'll use for test, but it'll get the job done. So our first example is a right triangle, which is the only thing that will work for the Pythagorean theorem. It only works on right triangles. So this is your 90-degree mark here. And it has a height of 5 inches and an A of 5 inches. And the B is 12 inches. So now all you're going to do is write your formula, which is right here, but I'll write it again. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now you're just going to plug in. So our A is 5 inches, so 5 squared plus 12, which is your b squared, equals c squared. So now you're just going to work it out, put it in your calculator, all at the same time so I don't make any mistakes. And you're going to put, I don't have a squared symbol on my calculator, so I'm just going to do 5 times 5 because that's all that squared means. So you're going to do 5 times 5 plus 12 times 12, which is 444. So, wait, that's not right. That's not right because it's 25 plus 144. Let me see, I might have did it wrong. So 5 times 5 plus 144. There's 169. All right, that's right. So 5 squared is 25 and 12 squared is 144. When you add them, you get 169 right here. So we found our C, and so that is 169. And now you're not finished yet because we're looking for the hypotenuse. What you're going to have to do is you have to square root 169. So I can do that on my calculator. So 169 and square root, and your answer is 13. So we worked this all out, and our hypotenuse is 13 inches. So let's go on to the next problem. We're going to go ahead and write down our formula. It's in our right triangle, nothing special. And it's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Alright, so it looks like our triangle is flipped. Now it has the 90-degree mark, so I know these are your legs because they come from the 90 degrees. And this is your hypotenuse, so this is what you're going to look for. So we know our formula. We already wrote it down, so now we're just going to plug in. So A is 14, so 14 squared plus, and then B is 16 plus 16 squared equals c squared. Now we're just going to work it out. So 14 times 14 is 196 plus 16 squared, which is 256. See, I'll work it out right here. 256. Now that I do it all at the same time if I had my other calculator, but it's just easier to do it this way on this calculator. When you're taking your test, put it all in at the same time so you make sure you make no mistakes. And so you're going to add them. So 196 plus 256, it'll give you 452 squared. So now you're going to find the square root of 452, which is 21.26. So let's see. And you can go ahead and just round it to the hundredths, which is 21.26. And that C equals 21.26. I'm sorry, I had someone come to my door, but that's all right. We'll continue. Now let's move on to our last example. We have a word problem. Now these get you lots of times because you make mistakes in the reading, but if you just analyze it and make your marks, do your Pats Rubies, then you should get it right. So let's do our first read. So Sam wants to make a ramp coming out from his porch. The porch is 3 feet tall and will extend 4 feet from the porch. So what is the distance from the top of the ramp to the bottom? All right, so let's give us a second read and we'll underline the important information or highlight or whatever is better for you, whatever you like best. So Sam wants to make a ramp coming out from his porch. The porch is 3 feet tall and the ramp will extend 4 feet from the porch. So I'll go ahead and box this one. Now, so 3 feet tall is going to be your A, because if it's, let's draw a picture. So here we have our porch right here. Let's say this is a porch, and then it's 3 feet tall. So this is 3 feet tall right here, and it extends 4 feet from the porch, the ramp does. So it's going to be extend 4 feet here. And you're going to look for the distance from the top of the ramp to the bottom. So from here to here. So let's go ahead and draw a line. And now all we have is a right triangle. See, here's your 90-degree angle. And now you're just going to plug in your calculator, write down your formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now let's plug in. So your A is going to be 3 feet. So 3 squared plus your B, which is 4 feet. 4 squared equals C squared. So let's work it out. So 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, equals 9. Plus your 4 squared, which is going to be 4 times 4, which equals 16, which will be 25 squared. So now we're going to find the square root of 25, which is going to give you 5. Now remember, on your calculator, go ahead and put it all in so you make sure you make no mistakes, but I do not have a TI right now, so I'm not doing that. But don't follow that example. And so our answer is C equals 5. And so this will be 5 feet. Thank you very much, and I hope that this helps you with your Pythagorean theorem, finding the hypotenuse, and that you'll get all these questions right on your test. Thank you.